Welcome back to Tales of Yavard. We are a Mythcraft TTRPG podcast, and this is our first campaign, The Sea's Tale. I am Corey Griffin, and I am our Mythcrafter. With me today, I have Joey.
What's going on, guys? I'm playing Yusuri Arconi.
Adam.
Hello, I'm Adam, and I'm playing Goron Stormclaw.
Jesse.
Hey, I'm Jesse, and I'm playing Shiro King.
Damn it, I didn't mean to put you last twice in a row, and Kobe.
Hey, it's Kobe. Happy to be last, playing Les Shihorn.
On the last time of Tales of Yavard, the crew got into an interesting fight and mostly handled business. After a temper tantrum from Lesh, the group got together and rode on. Only then did they discover the lumber mill and the unsightly everything going on about it. Stay tuned to find out what the crew does now.
Speaking of staying tuned to find out what does the crew do now, what is the crew going to do?
Storm the castle.
All right, let's go.
All right, let's go.
We're not going to do that. That is not the plan.
Yeah, so I think when we hit the edge of the clearing and we see all that, first off, Les is gonna be like, "This is disgusting. I can't believe this is what they consider a lumberyard. I'm happy we came here to stop this, but we not stop this here now. Since we're going to be waiting for our other party, give me 20 minutes and I will give us a place to stay and be a little bit out of sight." And Lesh is going to kind of walk into the forest a little bit.
We say a little bit. How far are you going?
Well, so where you said we are on like the edge of the clearing.
Yeah, right now I'd say you guys are like 20 feet from being in the clearing. Any closer, and with how open everything is, you guys would have been spotted.
Okay, yeah, so with that, Les will kind of step probably another like 20 feet into the woods. And I think with that, try to find like either a tree or like some good shrubage or something that he can get behind. And he is going to throw his book down, and out of it is going to crawl a dire ant worker. And they're going to start like just digging a tunnel probably 20 feet down, and then dig back up and slowly start digging out a hole for us in the ground, trying to use like the root system of the tree to keep it more sturdy. And when that one drops, I'm going to drop another one in there. Another ant crawls out of my book and kind of finishes off the spot and gives us a little bit of like a encampment. And they'll be like, "Guys, my friends, it is ready." And we pretty much have a little ant hole that we can go plop our heads in. And go on, my friend. If you could talk to the plants around and maybe keep it even more hidden, maybe make this bush grow a little taller, just for while we wait. And then one of us can send a message, I think, on the bracelet. I can mark the tree so they know where to find us. Welcome to my crib.
I'm curious, what size are these?
So they are considered small, so they take a little bit longer to dig a hole that we can go into.
Well, y'all can go into.
Are you considered a small creature?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty tiny. Yeah, how exactly big are they? Because I feel like they're bigger than by...
That is, you can literally, any hole they ever dig though, just know you can follow without squeezing. Alley cat is the size of the ant, by the way, like an alley cat.
Oh, okay. So I'd be a little bit bigger.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 3'7". I weigh 38 pounds.
But they count as huge where that needs to.
Quote that insane athletics check.
Plus 22. Good lord.
All right. So you all now have your crib.
I think of Pokemon Platinum, where you the underground mining minigame, where you
I'm at home under this thing. Like, This is a wide open space for Shiro.
The chinchilla, has he left? It says animal bond lasts for 24 hours.
It hasn't even been close to that.
Cool. Okay, cool. Well, it won't follow me into obviously dangerous territory, though.
You never left the woods,
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
right? Like, it is only dangerous by proxy at the moment.
Okay.
During that fight, he probably like skittered away and then came back to you
Okay, that's fine.
last episode, but he's still with you at the moment.
Okay, cool.
Yusuri, do you mind joining me outside for a second, and we can send that message and mark the tree together?
What would 500 feet look like away from where we're at right now? Would that be out in the clearing at all? Or like at least at the tree line?
If you're I was gonna say you guys are like 40 feet in at best.
Okay,
So you're in a moderate danger zone.
that's fine. I have a plan to conduct reconnaissance without one of us being spotted.
Okay.
But if we want to go through what they're doing first, that's perfectly fine.
Okay. So I'm interested to see what they're looking to do, and then we will come back to you, Adam.
Sounds good.
Come at me with there. I have no clue what this is.
Yeah, so we get up. I don't think we have to necessarily have a way to mark the tree at the top of my head what we should mark it. I'm going to leave the insignia up to you. I know that might be inappropriate with you being a bear folk. I don't mean that any harm. I just don't have a way to do it. But this the real matter, and he's gonna like reach into his bottomless bag and pull out the ownership card. And I don't usually like to do just straight crime, and I know we have Goron who's a little bit even more morally careful than me, but I did find this as well in the body, and I do not want to be the one to hold the guilt alone, and you do well with guilt. So here you go. And it's the ownership tag I found on the dude, pretty much saying that we just killed this dude on his land, and he was doing his little thing.
Yusuri would look it over. Does it look legit?
Give me an intellect check.
Can I give you law?
Yes, that's coming up a lot more than we thought it would.
Honestly, it really is.
I'm not still sickened, right?
No, that was only for a minute.
It's only a 12 law. I am the law.
Okay. With a 12, what you would know is that he probably did own that land.
Does that mean we own it, though?
You would notice that it is signed, like, for him. With shenanigans and some illegal deeds, you could turn this into your land. That into your land.
This land is your land.
Oh.
This land is my land.
You would also know that, for the most part, roads are not told. Not like he was trying to do there.
So that helps with the moral dilemma. He was doing bad things on his land. He wasn't supposed to.
Yeah, and that's where Goron had landed too. So it's not like, you know.
Well, just in case, like, we pull this out and Yusuri roll a check and they're like, oh yeah, man was just living his life. He had full availability to toll us from going through this hood. Like, I didn't want that to be what come up and then Goron be like, really, guys? Damn. So my main thought would try to save face there, and also I still do want Yusuri's help to mark the tree, because Les literally has nothing sharp in his inventory to do so.
You have a horn. You just watch someone split a log with someone else's horn.
That's we want to try that with Les. Let's see how that goes.
Are you sure you can try it with Lesh? The tree falls down.
Considering his luck with Ram in the past, I want to see how that goes.
I don't.
Yeah, Yusuri would look over to the deed. Well, I suppose he did properly own the land there. Although if he was trying to create a toll, then that in itself is not allowed. I can probably find someone to do some maneuvering with the letters and signatures here, and perhaps one day we own this land ourselves.
You know how cool it would be to be able to give ourselves a forest? That would be. I think we should fuck some shit up here and take over it all. Now that this is the first part. We take this and we expand. I'll build some tunnel systems. We'll control everything, my friend.
I do agree that this is one of the steps we could take, because what I see out there, what I see in that camp, is unacceptable. And we are going to stop it. This is what I'm talking about making change. It starts with this lumber camp. This is not acceptable, and it will change.
I think setting this island up as the base for this change of the family, this is going to be much needed. I've seen a very dark side of the world since I've met this group, and though I tried to keep it light and cheery, it does weigh on me. The priest, the dark deeds in that jail, that shaker, I still see it when I close my eyes, truthfully. It was quite horrendous. I look forward to being here to guide you and guide your Enka to lead this change, my friend.
I appreciate your support. It will be... There's no words to say how useful you will be. For now, I think you should hang on to this deed, put it in that magic bag of yours. Just don't forget about it.
Yeah, at that, you see, Lesh's tail, kind of happily, his big poofy tail. We don't talk about it much, but Lesh has, a very, big poofy tail that is pretty expressive. So, when you say, you don't know how much you mean to me, his tail's, he can't hide it. He's, super stoic, but his tail's, foo, 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 foo. But he's I look forward to it. And then he, puts it back in his bag. He's truthfully, I forget about what's in here all the time. And he's, pulls out a few things. He's just fucking throw it back in. But I'll do my best to remember.
And then Usuri would probably grab one of the throwing axes he has on his belt and mark up one of the trees that Lesh points him at.
You saw the last time I sent a message. If you want to try to explain the location to the group that's coming, I'll send a message to Zephyr and let him know to look for the tree with the mark. And that we have a place nearby waiting. And for now, though, I am going to go sit in my journal and do some writing. I need to document what we've seen here so far. I have yet to done that in a while.
You get to describe your mark as well.
It's a very rough and crude kraken, but yeah, that's what it is. It's noticeable enough for Zephyr. Obviously, Zephyr is going to be the only one to know. But yeah.
I mean, plenty of people on this island would know what that brand is. They wouldn't
know why it's on that tree.
Yeah.
Right.
That's right. Live moss.
Well, while you work on that, is there any conversation happening as you guys go into this dark tunnel, Shiro and Goron?
It's very dark in here. Do we risk a torch or anything?
There's no need, and I'll use glimmer to create dim light for 20 feet away from me.
Oh my god, this is so perfect. We can just hang out down here.
And I just keep that up once a minute. It's just a little gesture, so it's not a big deal. Are you doing all right? Seems like that thing got a very good swipe in at you.
Yes, it hurt quite a bit. I am still feeling it for sure. It feels like it left a little something behind there, but I don't want to risk pulling it out. But I think I'll be okay.
Alright, if you need, I can perform a bit of healing, though it is not much.
A little bit would not be the worst thing in the world, but it would help quite a bit.
Alright, I will...
Are you going to take the claw out of his neck while you heal him?
Yeah, that's going to be part of it, is getting that claw out of there. You get 6 hit points, and
Nice.
I pull that claw out.
Nice.
That is much better. Thank you very much.
Alright, I think you should sit down for a bit, perhaps get some rest. I believe we'll be here for a while.
This is a good plan, yes. Thank you. If there's anything else I can do to be helpful, please let me know.
So you said you had a plan for scouting, Adam.
Yes.
What was it?
So, I have a chant called Commune with Beast. I can choose one beast within range that sees me as a friendly creature, the chinchilla. For the duration, which is 10 minutes, I am able to become blinded and deafened in order to see through his senses instead, provided that he is still within 500 feet of me. Additionally, he can communicate simple emotions and basic information that's happened that he would think is noteworthy within the past 24 hours. I want to get him, if he is willing, to at least run around sort of part of the edge of this area within the 500 feet so that I may look through his senses and get a gauge of what's going on. And if possible, I'd like to do that regularly. Not like, like all the time, but like, in a pattern of like once an hour or something to sort of get an idea of what their movements are at the moment.
Yeah, we can definitely do that. So the first time that you do this, you do see what I've described to you already.
Okay.
The very ratty tents, the miserable working conditions, the tools being just outside of the reach of these people that are chained.
Right.
You do notice that there's probably one, for lack of a better term, overseer for every 10 people that are chained up.
Okay.
And I'm going to start doing rolls for more information hour by hour.
Okay.
Some things you'll get automatically at certain times, but for now, that's going to be what you get for your first pass.
Sweet. Okay, cool. But yeah, that's what he's doing. And he'll tell the others when they get back and Shiro what he's doing to try and help.
This is great. That much easier than going out and scouting myself. I was going to offer. I can be very sneaky when I need to be, but this is much simpler.
Yes, I thought it might be helpful while we're here in the midst of the woods.
When Les comes back down into the hole, he puts his hand in his bottomless bag, just pulls out a sack of pastries. He's like, if we're going to have to hang out, we might as well enjoy. And then he starts handing out pastries to everybody. He's like, do you guys, Shiro, now that you're new, do you want to hear the story of us?
Yes, very much.
Okay, my friend. This is the working title. I'm still working on it, but this is the Tales of Yavard. And he's going to start recouping the tales of what we've gone through so far, pointing out every possible accidental dent of Goron, like very purposely, and like jabbing at him every time. Like, yeah, Goron, he killed this guy, tripped him up, then he stole the kill from Zephyr, tripped him up. He just loves to do it.
Kind of like side eye go around a little bit, maybe scoot like an inch just to egg it on a little bit. Not seriously, but like.
Goron is keeping his patience.
What are you sending to Zephyr?
I have a perfectly calculated message.
Okay.
Zephyr, we are at location. Kraken marks the spot. Look for hole in ground. Go inside. We have much to discuss. Safe travels. Come prepared.
Zephyr, how do you respond?
I've already used it today.
It's once per hour.
Oh, once per hour. I thought it
Yep.
was
No,
24
once
hours.
per hour.
Crap. I had not even considered what a response would be.
I mean, you
because
don't
I
have to
didn't think I
respond.
could.
Or just something short like, got it.
You don't have to respond.
Yeah. Will you repeat that message for me?
Zephyr, we are at location. Kraken marks the spot. Look for hole in ground. Go inside. We have much to discuss. Safe travels. Come prepared.
Okay. Okay. I don't think he would respond to that, but that will come up with the group he's talking to, that he's with. Like, I don't think he's necessarily going to respond to Suri's message. It's just going to come down to when he's trying to convince the group that y'all have made contact.
Yeah. And they have apparently made a hole.
And I think with that, the camera would pan out from where the hole is in the ground and up into the sky, and floats over to the city of Mayev, where we find Zephyr and the rest of the crew.
No, they're not in May because they left out when you guys left the first message.
I didn't know if you were gonna make us RP that whole convincing thing or not.
Well, you guys had all agreed that you would help after you got some rest.
Yeah, fair enough.
It is the day after the demon fight.
So you're saying that we have had a long rest.
You guys have been able to take a rest,
A
yes.
rest.
But we would find, as we zoomed out of the hole and started heading toward Mayev, we would zoom into Zephyr, Dogen, Smith, and Larissa on the road. What is the marching order like?
I'm assuming me and Grifton are up in the front.
So Zephyr would have said where they're headed. From the first message, it was the southeast corner of the lumberyard.
Right.
Is anybody in the group familiar with where that would be to take point and lead the way, or would we have had...
Dogen would roughly know the direction of the lumberyard.
Yeah, I fucking know where to go.
Will you please guide us that direction, my friend?
All right. I'm gonna warn you now, though. Get caught, and it's your fucking asses on the line.
All right, we are going to, like I said, we're going to zoom in. Dogen is kind of leading. I don't know if he's leading from the front or right behind the front.
Nah, he'd lead from the front.
Okay. And then Grifton and Smith behind him. And then two more skeletons behind them. And then Larissa and Zephyr in the back. That sound about right?
No.
No?
No. Where'd you get two more skeletons from? Oh, did you not? You didn't put Tyberos in there.
Yeah, I did.
Tyberos is one of those two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry,
He
I
is a
thought
skeleton.
I thought you named him. I thought you used both Grifton and Tyberos, but you didn't. So actually, what I would think is Dogen and Zephyr are in the front,
I was kind of thinking he would be up towards the front. He's
and then
itching to get to where they need to go.
I'd probably be right behind Zephyr. Or no, probably right behind Dogen after we talk, just because I have the reach behind someone.
and then probably Grifton and Smith, and then who am I missing? Why am I missing?
Mattress, SpongeBob mattress, then sheets pillow.
So we have what, 7 now, right?
Yes.
Okay. So what you would see behind Grifton and Smith is probably a single, now small skeleton, smaller than both Grifton and Tyberos. You guys that have been with Larissa know that not too long after y'all got back to the tavern, approximately after a nice rest, she created this skeleton out of a certain pile of bones she acquired from the orphanage. Dressed her up in all black, has a black shawl covering her face, and 2 twin daggers on her belt. She is directly behind Smith and Grifton, and then Larissa and Tiberos are in the very back.
Okay.
Smudge is up above Blind.
Okay. With all of this being said, you guys are heading northeast to get to the southeast section of the camp. That being said, a certain creature is heading southwest.
But that means nothing to us.
Yes, that is correct. So, what I want from someone, anyone, is a luck check.
Oh, it's not gonna be fucking me.
I'll do it. I have 2 luck.
It's more than I got.
Can I give you fortuity?
I'll give you fortuity. Very low DC.
Damn.
I think we're good.
24.
Yeah, you guys are not
A plus
going
8 to fort. I have a plus 8 with fortuity.
Dang, I kind
have
of
a
wanted
plus-
to.
I have a plus 9 total.
Okay, so these are the lucky guys. Got it.
Yeah.
Aside from Goron, these guys definitely have more luck. Like I said, you all are able to travel. It is a. Would you all please describe to me your travel pace? Are you moving quickly? Are you conserving your energy? What's going on?
Feel like early on, Zephyr would be wanting to rush, but he would talk to Dogen about it, and if it sounds like it's far enough away, he's going to understand that travel's going to take time. He'd rather keep his eyes peeled and
It's a couple hours
Be-
away, right?
7
looking.
hours.
7 hours. Yeah. So you'd be like,
He's
all right, it's about half a day out.
understood.
So
Much
I'm
as I
good
would like to
go
make a
as quick as
quick
you like.
pace. Much as I would like to make a quick pace, I don't want us to arrive exhausted.
I think
We'll
that'd be
move as
fine.
quick as you feel comfortable moving, but we'll also keep our eyes peeled for this Kraken symbol.
Right. Mainly, it's the one of us who's not physically adept that I think is going to be the slowest.
Then we will move as quick as they are able without harming
Does lo-
themselves.
Does Larissa hear that? From being on the
I mean,
opposite end of the.
He's not being super quiet, so probably.
Yeah, this is by no means a hushed conversation.
So yes, you do.
Hey, can your big boy carry you?
Yes, actually, he could. Thank you very much.
Now, nobody be start fighting. We got a long way to walk, and we don't want to start getting on each other's nerves now.
I think with that, Tiberos would like take a knee, and Larissa would like jump on his back, and he's gonna give her a piggyback ride.
Tiberos, not Griffin.
Yeah.
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 I was just checking. I was just
For
checking.
movement reasons. Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
Death soldier.
Hey,
Skeleton
just-
with a movement speed penalty.
Oh yeah, that
all right
too.
then. Yeah, I'm good
So-
to move as quick as we can.
So what I'm going to want from you guys is just a singular endurance check.
Would you take distance running or forced march?
I will take either one of those.
Oh,
Would you take fortuity?
No.
Does
That's
Larissa have
a
to get
20
one?
for Smith.
No, but I need one from Tiboris. Okay. So the numbers that we have are 20 from Smith, a 14 from Zephyr, a 10 from Dogen, and an 8 from Cyboris. Dogen and Taboris, you both have 1 fatigue.
Ah, balls. What does that mean?
Fatigued. Whenever you suffer fatigue, immediately gain 1 death point and become fatigued. You suffer
Jesus.
1 death point each time you suffer a fatigue, even if you were already fatigued. While fatigued, you do not remove a death point when you recoup or take a rest. Instead, when you take a rest, you remove the fatigue condition if you eat and drink the minimum amount needed to sustain.
Okay.
As you all will arrive, and as you're walking down the path, you do see a kraken carved into a tree.
Hey, I think this is the thing that I told you about.
Did you need me to carry you next time, my friend?
Why don't you go fuck yourself? I'm fine.
I'm surprised to see you so winded. You seemed like a very athletic person.
I'm better in a fight than moving a long way, but I can do it when I have to.
More of the 100-yard dash, not the distance.
I can survive plenty long in a pit, less long on the field. It's also been a minute, but that's fine. I'll be fine.
That's good to hear.
Like, you said something about a kraken, right? Is that what we supposed to be looking for?
Yes, and there should be some kind of hole in the ground.
You want me to roll a scavenging? Trying to find the
Or
hole? Or investigating?
or tracking. Or perceiving.
I would take anything you guys have recommended.
I give you astrology.
No.
Sorry, the button slipped. I meant to roll a perceiving.
No, you rolled correct.
I got nothing, so I'm just gonna leave it.
Okay.
I got a 21 investigating. But Adam over there and Dogen, I see your luck check. So
Yeah, I got a 4.
So I think as we're all like searching around the hole, I think he's like Smith goes up to and sees the crack and he's touching it. He's like, Dogen, I think there's something at this tree. Help me look for it.
All right, I'll take a look. So where about?
I think it's, Smith leans over the hole. He's like, Zephyr, I think I found something.
All right, I'm done. I'm fucking done.
You found the hole. Where did Dogen go?
He found the hole. I found Dogen in the hole.
Hey, are you okay?
As Dogen falls into the hole, the other party would see this Handu that they do not know just fall into this hole and hear up above another voice that they do not know talking.
I think like if you were to like shake your face off to open your eyes, you would open them to a very large anchor pointed at your face.
Like when Loki woke up in the original Avengers movie.
Oh, fuck.
Who are you? Would
Zephyr have heard that? How loud is Usugi saying?
I mean, he's not in a hushed tone.
Yeah, by this point, he's walked up to the hole where Smith is and is looking down as well.
I mean, if you're looking down, you'll see the anchor. And I mean, you've seen this anchor multiple times.
Yeah,
and
so just
traveled with the series.
Zephyr's gonna drop down, avoiding landing on Dogen as much as possible. And my friend, I'd recognize that anchor anyway.
Oh, Zephyr, I assume he's with you then.
Yes.
Hey.
I've brought a group with us. Or with
Get
me.
up.
Yusuri would put the anchor on his back and then extend his arm to help you up, Dogen.
He'll take it.
I have to work on the hiding spots next time for the hole. For the first try, though, maybe we'll go deeper next time.
No, I think
To be
it was
fair,
going
he
to be-
didn't see it.
I think you did too good. Fuck.
So is he the group you brought? I assume there's more than.
There's a few more still up top.
A few. You were busy then.
Smith in his heavy armor clangs down. And not gracefully at all. He has a very low dex. He's just like clink, 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 and like plops. And he's like, "Oh, what a ragtag group we got here. How y'all doing?"
Says the ragtag group themselves.
No, ragtag dog, not the whole group. No offense, Dogen.
You gotta really fucking work on what that means. Because you say shit, and you say no offense like it's gonna wipe it away.
As Dogen says that, Larissa and her gaggle would also make their way down the hole.
This hole's getting kind of
Yeah.
Cramped.
By this point, it's slowly just pushed us further into the little hole down there.
yeah.
How long did it take for them to get up here? Like, how long has it been?
Oh yeah.
Since we were in the hole, I should say. How long?
So since you all were in the hole, it's been about 3 hours.
Les is fully like made a little dirt bed for himself and is laying down. And when he's doing all this, Les is doing his best to prepare for a full rest.
Speaking of the 3 hour little bit of a time gap here.
Yep.
Adam
You're full.
with Goron. What I would like is a luck check.
Okay. I don't have any luck skills, so here we go. 15.
So as you're watching these people work, you can tell that like it's slow work, right? There's no tools. They're literally using satyr's horns and Kitek claws and Urkow claws, and you even saw where they were using like the teeth of a Hondu to skin the bark.
God.
But it does seem like every time they fall a tree, they will work themselves in a counterclockwise motion for another tree. At this point in time, with all the travel and everything that's happened, it's actually getting to be about 6 o'clock at night. You would take notice that as they fell this last tree at 6,
Right.
you've noticed them using people like conveyor belts. This time it's almost like they're condensing around this tree. Right?
Okay.
So like as the trees pass down, the person at the end is starting to go around it and making their way back into the camp.
Yeah, okay, I gotcha.
None of them are ever unchained, but you do notice that at the end, it seems like we made the joke about Yusuri using Lesh to carve the thing in the tree. There are some of these stronger people that were used in the conveyor belt physically using some of the smaller types to break open this tree to take care of this one.
Gotcha.
Then after that, you would notice that the line changes a bit, and then all of what has been treated and taken care of is then moved to a section just to the right of that nice tent in the middle.
Okay.
That's what you would have noticed over the couple hours.
Okay. And he'll convey that to everyone. And then probably realize that there are new people here.
Yeah, this all happened one of the times he was blinking through the chinchilla's eyes.
Because he'll sit in there for the full 10 minutes as the little chinchilla is doing it just to make sure that it's okay. And then he'll have it, only go for that long and then come back. But yeah, he'll relay that. See Zephyr and be very happy. Zephyr, my friend, glad to see you're doing all right. How have you been?
Goron, I am so glad to see you safe and healthy.
Indeed, you as well.
It's been interesting. A lot has happened.
Yes, I believe it's been eventful for both of us.
I made some new friends. It's time I make introductions. Lesh, Usuri, Goran. These are my new companions that I've met along the way. They agreed to help me after I helped them with something. And this is Dogen, Smith, and Larissa.
Pleasure to meet ya.
This is Tiberos, Grifton, and Medivh.
How covered up is that third small skeleton?
The small one is covered in black clothes and
Is
a
it like
black
head
shawl. Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
I was trying to decide whether there was any chance at all that Shiro would recognize.
So each of my skeletons so far kind of has some defining trinket from their history. And so I could probably have one of like the little poppets or something.
I doubt he would recognize that for her, though, because he had no idea that she was as fucked as she was.
Yeah, Larissa would, if Corey wants there to be some kind of trinket from Philly's past, I'm okay with having like a locket or something like that.
There's definitely a locket that she has been wearing for a long period of time. So Shiro, what I'd like from you is an intellect check.
Could I actually, instead of an intellect check, could I substitute intuiting an awareness check?
Yes, I will.
However old Millie is, a long time, or
Yes.
All right. That's an 18.
You recognize this pendant. It has been around Mother Philly's neck since the tragedy that befell her, as she has talked about, when she was separated with her kids.
I'm just going to point this out. I'm okay with having an object for each person.
Yeah. So give me two more. Because Grifton and
I would almost give him a TD on this next one because he recognized one.
You mean TA?
Just 'cause
TA?
yeah, no, TA. TA is what I meant.
Okay. I was like, explain the tactical.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, the second one would have been a 14.
Assuming the 14 passes, the last one, I would say give another TA, so it'd have been a 24. I'm taking that hot seat, but I kind of want this to happen.
You're gonna take that hot seat. But first, you have to give me what is the sentimental thing for Grifton.
Grifton and Larissa are relatively speaking the same age, so they probably have, like, it's cliche, they probably have some kind of friendship bracelets.
Give me a fourth intuiting, please.
It's a crit.
Oh, the dice tell the story.
The dice gods want it.
The dice gods want it. Okay. You know that this person in all of this armor is Grifton. You know that the person that is in all of these super dark clothes is wearing Mother Philly's locket. You know, what is Tybor.
So
Tybor.
Tyberos probably has like a guard brooch because he was a part of the city guard. On his cape, he probably has like a rusted guard's brooch. And Tyberos was probably how old is Shiro? Regardless, so the point is whether he's older than Shiro or not. But you would know Tyberos because he left the orphanage to go and become one of the city guard.
And he was another person, much like you, that did what he could to try and support the orphan.
So that would definitely be somebody that Shiro would be familiar with. I mean,
Right. And you're also familiar with Larissa, though she is vastly different than what you remember.
Wow, what to do with all of that?
That's a box to unpack.
Because how long would it have been since he's seen it?
It's been a couple years for Larissa, at least.
Yeah, for Larissa and Grifton, it's been like 2 years. For Tyboros, there's...
I mean, there's a chance that y'all ended up, like, working together at some point for the orphanage.
Tyboros is the one that threw you in jail.
Oh, shit.
But you have to remember, he was stealing things to provide for the orphanage.
And not broadcasting that that's why he was doing it. He was anonymously helping the orphanage. Tyberos was probably doing it in a more public way.
Absolutely.
Whereas Shiro was just sneaking in and leaving shit for the kids.
That was like, what, 4 days ago?
Yeah. Somewhere in that
Oh,
area.
what the fuck?
Yeah. Not
Hold
a
on,
lot
that's
of time has
that's a lot for me to unpack.
Holy crap. So these people are very recently dead. I mean, the whole group is very overall recently dead.
Grifton's not. Grifton's a 2-year-old skeleton.
That's not that long considering he's up and moving around.
Yeah, he's a 1-year-old permanent skeleton.
Yeah.
And yeah, Larissa is very different. Would I recognize Shiro at all?
In or awareness-based skill. Sell me on it.
Let's see. For Larissa, I've got perceiving, and that's really about it.
I'll take it.
Okay, that's a 7.
Amazing.
No.
I mean, yeah, I feel like that's part of the reason behind it is like the demon is kind of scratched with her brain a little bit.
Actually, at this point, I do believe the demon's gonna fuck with you a little bit.
Oh, you motherfucker!
Oh shit.
No one else hears that. That's only in Larissa's head. Shiro, you recognize for, well, maybe even 5. I don't know. I don't think Shiro and Dogen would have had a lot of interactions. Just thinking about where you guys come from in society, there's not much overlap there.
Not like that. But yeah, Shiro recognizing all of these people. Well, hold on. Griffin, I haven't seen you in a few years. What? And Tyberos just the other day. What? Is that Philly? And is that little Larissa? What what terrible tragedy has happened?
And I think that's where we're going to end this episode.
Thank you, everyone, for listening to episode 44. We hope you enjoy listening, and we would absolutely love it if you let us know. Catch us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Threads, Blue Sky, and TikTok under Tales of Yvard Podcast. Links to the link tree are in the episode descriptions. If you really enjoyed the episode, give us a rating on whatever podcatcher you're using. Tell your friends and spread the word.